Hello YouTube, this is Dawn from DaretoBeCreative, and I am here with just a little quick project share, very simple and quick. I had bought this from Michael's. This is the Diamond Dotz. It says Diamond Facet Art Kit. So it's basically like the paint by number, and it was my first time doing it. And I had seen, I mentioned that I saw somebody at my crop that I go to. I usually go to a monthly crop. And it's usually like a 6 to midnight on a Friday, but we also do a all-day crop twice a year, like March and October. So I bought this, I guess, 2 months ago, and I'm guessing it was about 2 months ago, and I hadn't had a chance to use it because I was saving it specifically for the crop day. Because when you're doing an all-day crop, you end up packing so much stuff. And I'm getting to the point, I'm just trying to stop carrying so much stuff because I got to carry a chair. You don't have to because they have chairs, but I don't like to be sitting on them hard for them metal chairs all day long with no cushion. So I bring my own craft chair. You bring so much stuff. Because they're always have all these ambitions of all the things that you're going to do all day long. Which in reality, when you're with your girlfriends, we eat. Because first of all, we eat. That's what we do. We eat when we crop. And we all bring breakfast foods. And then they supply us lunch and dinner. And we get a whole baggie full of goodies as well. Which include ribbon, thickers, paper, what else we get? Pins, we get coupons, we get embellishments, I can't even think of all the stuff that we get. Tape, dimensional tape, it's more than what we paid for the crop, So anyway, I wanted to get something that I could do that was going to take some time up, that wasn't going to require me to carry as much stuff. I still end up carrying some stuff because I decided I was going to do some organization of some of my Boston folders. But so I didn't start with this from 8 to 10. I didn't start on this kit until after later. But let me back up. This came from Michael's. The regular price was $17.99. I think I got it with a 50 or 55% off coupon. I think it was 55 because I think I used a Joann's coupon. So I think it was $7.49 or $8.49, something like that. I got it. The kit, this is the picture of it. It's lips, hot lips, DD5.003. I assume that number means something. I don't know. Diamond dots, they call it diamond painting. But in reality, this is all the image that you're going to do. It's those lips. So the reflection there is already painted on the canvas. So I didn't think it was been too much to do. So what the contents come with, it comes with this tray that you put the beads in, for those who have never done it. It comes with this this is just basically a cushion for your fingers, This little tube that you use to pick up is a pickup stick. That's my name for it. It comes with wax. And I'm wondering, I want to try with some dental wax. Actually, I have plenty of wax left over, but it comes in this wax that you use to stick in here to pick up the rhinestones, the beads. The beads come in individual packs. Then they give you these Ziploc bags. So after you open the packs up, I just stuck them in the Ziploc bag. I had my, what's this thing called? Oh my gosh, when you type out your letters on it. Labeler. So I had my labeler because I was labeling my Boston folders, organizing. So I had it with me. I said, oh, I can just label these bags. So I can do this. So this is an easy project in a lot of senses. When I watched a lot of videos on it, and the girl that I saw the first time I saw it, even though it came out like 2016 at CHA, I hadn't seen it. If I did, I don't remember it. It came with this plastic bag too. So she had some beautiful, intricate pictures. She had been doing it for a long time. I mean, like the sunflower she had was like, oh my gosh. Then she had a scene. Then she had with animals on it. Then she had a rose. It was just beautiful. It was much more complicated than this. This one I think is great for a beginner. And I also purchased one from AC Moore. And I'm just looking because I just moved it. Oh my gosh. I showed it in my haul video. It was a heart. And I purchased it and I was saying that maybe my grandson could do it with me. Oh, here it is. I was like, I know I had another one. And the one from AC Moore's, this was $8.99 on sale. And this one says, where is that? Beginner. They have a beginner in red, intermediate in green, and advanced in blue. But they're both made by Diamond Dotz. So, different packaging though. but it says Diamond Art, but on the back it has the same logo, the two little D's, Diamond Dots, Diamond Dots. So I'm assuming that's the same company. But anyway, so it just says you get one high quality colored printed fabric piece. So it's fabric. This one is a 15 by 15. Diamond Dot stylus, one craft tray, one wax caddy, and one comfort grip. Then you get your 0.56 diamond dots pre-sorted by shade. And then your instructions. So I was so glad that they gave you extra beads. That's why I have all of these left over, because they know people sneeze, I guess, and knock them off the floor, whatever. I'm so glad. Tips that I would say for this. Now when you finish, you can trim this off, because this would be basically, it's 11.8 by 11.8, so you could almost make it a 12 by 12 if you mat it, put it in a 12 by 12 frame. I bought this for my sister because I mentioned when I bought it that when we was in photography class, she had did this lips photo, which was a crazy photo, but it turned out so beautiful. The concept, we had to do this concept thing, but anyway, with red and some other stuff, we had to pick colors. So she did lips, and it came out really, really nice. And then this was 2008, I think, something like that. So about 10 years ago. And now you see a lot of photos with lips. But anyway, so when I saw this, I thought about her, because we always joke about she was going to do something extra, like paint a painting of those lips. And so I saw this, I did this for her. And then after I did it, I told her, I sent her a picture of it last night. I said, look, I might keep this for myself. I'm moving into another office. I need me some art on my wall, and I was going to frame it. But I promised it to her, so I got to give it to her. So I just had to do my own. And then my daughter saw it. I texted her a picture, and she's like, oh, you got to do me one. So I said, well, good, because your son and I are going to do that one. As a surprise for you. But anyway, so she told me to try to find a diamond, but I didn't see one that was the shape of a diamond. Couple little tips. I only did this one, so I don't know enough other than what I watched on the videos. When you do a diamond painting, where's my piece of paper? You know, it comes covered and it's rolled up, obviously, because it's in a box like this, rolled up. So you have to figure out. Now this was a small area, so it's not as bad as if I was doing, like if this part had to be beaded, I would have to pay more particular if this white area was being beaded. Some of them you need to put washi tape around here to keep it from being sticky. This was not the case because it was no stick here. So I'm glad about that. I had to worry about it. But I did see some of the other brands and other styles, the more intricate ones, that you may have glue along here. You have to cover it with washi to keep it from, when you put your arm down, you know, sticking fuzz in it. And having said that, you also need to think about which way you're going to work. So first, it's already rolled up. So, and there's no beads on it. So one of the things that one lady said was that you do, you just turn it over, pull it back the plastic, lay it back down, pull back the plastic, lay it back down, and it'll unfold. And you know what? I thought that was crazy, but it worked. I didn't have to iron it out, sit it under the books or anything, and it just kind of, it's still a little curled, but it kind of flattened out compared to how it was at first. So the other thing with the plastic was I kept the plastic on as I worked. I just peeled my little piece back and I did my dots. Depends on how your mind works and your creativity and all that flow. You're going to do it different ways, and you may do it different on each one. For me, what I did was I opened it one bag at a time. And so I would use my little key code here. Like for instance, if it had a half moon, I just filled in all the ones with a half moon and just a quadrant. Went to that quadrant, that quadrant, that quadrant. Boom. One color. Then I went to the next color and I did as much as I could. And since it was not too sticky, I can rotate the picture because this was a small one. Most of them are really big. You can't always rotate it and it could be a pain in the butt. And I had space. I was on a big circular table. It was only two of us at a table. So I had space. So I could rotate it around. It wasn't an issue. And so I can keep my hand from like being sticky in the glue. Because this is like tacky, like the fly strips. So you want to make sure you do that. Rotate it so that you don't get your arm in the way. So think about if you're left-handed or right-handed and which way you're going. You don't want to necessarily start in the middle because your arm is going to get in the way at some point, your hand or arm. And you might think it won't, but it can very easily. So think smart and not hard about the direction that you're going to work. When you finish, get them all in there. You're supposed to use a, what's that thing called? Rolling pin. You see, I ain't used one in a long time. I can't remember the name of it. And roll them in, squish them in to make them easy. Sometimes the dots don't look right, the color, so you might want to pop one out and put another one in to a color to your liking, because they color code this with the computer, and sometimes the colors look kind of weird. I didn't have that problem per se. Well, people say that. Well, it is kind of weird, some of that pink that's in there, but you know, your lips do have some striation in it, so as far as colors. So just think about that. I thought it was going to do more popping sounds, like they said, like people click, click, click. I had the round ones. There are also square ones. So I don't know if the square ones click better than the round ones, but they were easy to stick up there, and they were easy to pick them up. I did see a lot of people complain about sometimes when they get them, they clumped up. I didn't have any problems with mine being clumped when I opened up the package. Poured them in here. You just got to sift them, and then they'll fall into place most of the time, and then pick it up and put it in there. Got to have it the right side up to click it in place. I mean, they're going there the wrong way, but you're not going to want them in there the wrong way. So you have to shake them and get them over. So that was one of the other things. But from what I heard other people say, if they were clumped up, they set another tray like this on top of it with the beads in the middle and squished it, and it helped them pop and lay flat and turn up straight so they can use their stick-up pick. I think if this wax runs out, I'm going to try the dental wax that I used when I had braces, you know. So I wonder if that's something that you could use as well. And well, I'm going to try this with my sequins and my rhinestones in other craft projects instead of just for this, because I mean, hey, why not? So anyway, I just want to share that with you. So again, I'm not an expert at it, but I want to try another one. And it was fun. It was simple. You don't have to be crafty to do this, as long as you can see. Oh, the other thing I was going to say, a lot of people recommended a light box. So I bought this, and I showed this in my haul. This was, I got this from Tuesday morning, and this is just a handheld, the light in the mirror. You know, I was like, I'm just about instead of a whatever to see. But I didn't need this. I actually could see all the little teeny dots. I didn't have any problems. But everybody's vision is different. And lighting in the room could be different. So I would say you might want to have a light thing at home. And this is also a magnifying glass and a light. But I end up not needing that. But I'm going to keep it because I might need one later. Because, you know, it depends on what company I guess you buy from. This is kind of like a beginner, so maybe it's not as detailed as some of the more other ones. I don't know. But I didn't have a problem seeing the little symbols in there. I just thought they could have just made the symbols simpler, because some of the symbols look alike. They should have made them just a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, why not just color the ones, you know, why make the symbols? I don't get that part. But anyway, I thought it turned out pretty cool. So a couple of my friends that we got to join us last month and crafting with us, who didn't know how to craft or don't really craft, but we got to make some cards. I'm hoping that this might be something that they might like, because it's an easy, you know, crafty kind of activity to get into. So I will come back with a project share once we complete that. And I probably will be purchasing something else. Did take time. So if you have any shoulder issues, back issues, neck issues, that can be a problem. You need to change up your positioning and not stay steady and go through it one sitting, which is what I did. I started at like 5 o'clock, I guess, 5:30, something like that. We ate dinner from 6 to 7, started back up to 7 to 10. I came home, started up at like 12:15 and finished about 1. So that's how long it took me to finish that little bitty small surface area. So what did I say? 5. I would say 5 to 6, and then we skipped 6 to 7. So 7, 8, 9, 10. It's about 4 hours at my crop, and then an hour home. So about 5 hours to do just those lips. So it can be time consuming. So I would recommend not doing it all in one sitting, taking a break. Because you can get some neck strain if you've had any previous injury or anything like that. So anyway, thanks for liking, watching, and subscribing. And I dare you to be creative. Take care. God bless.